Hello once again, everybody. Welcome back to some more star technology. I am Towkn, and today we're going to work on some power stuff and some other stuff and some transferring of stuff and stuff. Yeah. First things first. I think I need to go like this and hit F5, and we are going to actually go ahead and real quick and go to quests. Go to power and click on this thing right here, right? So we get this. It's going to take 120 seconds to do that. Okay, so that's a thing, but I'm thinking for 2 minutes. Let's see how long it takes to make 4 blaze powder in there. It's 10 seconds per one, and I'm going to need at least 16, so it's 160 seconds, so it's going to be it's going to be longer. So let's go ahead, I guess, though, then, and do this other thing where we come over here, grab a stack of redstone. And I already put 64 buckets of lava in there, so I should be able to go like this. And I was hoping that would be what it was, right? On 132 with that. So we click here, we go like this, and we put that on 1. There we go. It'll do that. It used up all that, got all that. Perfect. And then in 2 minutes, that will have us a bunch of flux right there. We also need to go like this real quick here. Type in carbon. Yes, we do have enough. Sweet. Okay. I'm going to take a stack of carbon dust and a stack of sulfur dust real quick. And those will get thrown into here as well. Where once that's done, it'll start doing the next thing we need. We need that stuff there. Then we need, I believe, a compressor. I don't think we have a compressor. It's a centrifuge, it's a liquefier, polarizer, which we do have these in there now. I can go like that, throw them in there. Chemical, lathe, wire bender, basic cutter, alloy smelter, and all that stuff. Ooh, I don't think we made a compressor yet. Oh wait, there we go. Advanced compressor. We do have one. Never mind. Never mind. We have an advanced compressor, which will be good because that will let us. If I go back into here, that'll let us make this these blaze rods from the blaze powder that we get from this thing, so that we can do that. I need to come over here real quick though. Click this and go like this. Let's go with the machine hall and whatnot. We click that, and then we need this, which I'm assuming either going to be the high voltage circuits or yeah, it should be the gold cable or the tempered glass. Tempered glass we only have one of, so it could be that. If we go in here and say HV, we only have one HV circuit, so it's also that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go ahead and come over here. Just throw that in there to get that tempered glass real quick. And then we need a high voltage circuit, which I think means we need to make some medium voltage ones first. So if we go here, let's see what we got in here real quick. I think we just need these circuit boards, which I don't think we got any there. So we need to make some more circuit boards. Okay, so let's go ahead, jump in here. And to make this, we're going to need copper and the plastic sheets. The plastic sheets we get with sulfuric acid and the... I think we just use the polyurethane sheet, right? Yeah. Okay, so we need sulfuric acid in here. and the thing. So sulfuric acid, I know we had a bucket of it. And then we need to go here and type in poly. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need copper sheets, which I believe we actually have right here. So we go like this and go boom, boom, and boom for that. And then that'll take a little bit of time. While that's doing that, we come over here, grab our bucket of iron chloride. But our flux should be done, so let's go ahead, run down here, and go boom, there's our flux. Boom, there's some blaze powder. We could then take our blaze powder and throw it in there. Then we could eat while we're right here. Okay, there we go. And then we can click on this. We would need to make ourselves a flux controller, which means we're going to make flux blocks. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. So if I go like this, I'm assuming it's going to be 9 and not. Ooh, it's not. Okay, so. So if we go in here now and type in FL and pull that out of here. And then we press U on this to get this flux blocks. We need these. So we're going to have to do that, which means we're going to need blaze powder to get eyes of ender and stuff like that. Okay, good. So we're currently making some of that, which is good. And this is almost done with that. We come over here. And we grab this and this, where I can now go like this and hit B. Click on this to go like this. And make one of these, and then press R again on that to make 2 of these. Nice. Because for that we were doing some stuff. Okay, yeah, never mind. I was like trying to remember what it was we're doing. Okay, we can take this, put this here, put that there. To get our plastic circuit board. Once we get our plastic circuit board, we can take it over there, make some more medium voltage ones to make some high voltage ones. To make another high voltage distillery. And we already got one, but I want another one because this thing here cannot keep up with the distilled water that both this thing and this thing need. But I want to make some more of those. And the reason why we went with ender tanks is because now what we could do is I'll be able to take like this here. And let's just go ahead, break our way down here again. What I'll be able to do is put this like, shoot, if I put that there, it's going to connect to this stuff right now. So we can put it like right, I was going to put it like connected to this. You know what? We could do that. We can still do that. We could just put it right there. And we connect, break that. And then what we could do is find our wrench, which is right here. Go boom to tell it to take that out of there. Then we can jump back up here like so, which will then let us bring our second tank over to here, where we'll be able to plug our distillery in right here, and then take that water out of there into that. Of course, we're also going to need another one of these Aquas things, which I think we actually have. So let's go check in here real quick. A, Q, yep, there it is. We got that. Got that. We got some buckets, so we can go like this and grab 2 things of water. Bring it over here. Where we'll go boom, boom. Of course, none of this is perfectly set up, so we'll go like that and grab some more cobblestone. Set it up right here where we go like this. I don't know why I put one right there, but whatever. Okay, I need one here. Need one there. I don't need one here because that's where water's gonna go. Because this will go here. And water will go right there. And right there. And then this will get one of these right here. You take water out of there into that. And we'll be good. Okay. Let's go get our circuit boards. Right here. Boom. There we go. And this should still be set up to make medium ones, I believe. If I go like this and throw that in there. Apparently it's not set up to make medium ones. Okay, so medium ones are... That's that one. Okay. Oh wait, it is. We just need more capacitors. Do we have any more capacitors? Does not look like it. Capacitor. Nope, don't have any there. Okay, so capacitors. To make those, we need liquid polyurethane, the polyurethane sheet in the foil side of a thing, which we have different thing in there. Okay, so we need liquid polyur. Do we have any more of that? It's a good question. It's hydrogen. So let's grab that and bring it over here. It's hydrogen, it's oxygen, it's rubber, it's chlorine, metal, empty and empty, chloride, seawater. That's tin in that one. These have their normal things in them. It has distilled water in it, which honestly can... no, that was had distilled water in it because I wanted it for other stuff like over here. I think it was for this thing, so I'll put it there. Gas, potassium, knows that. I don't think we have any liquid polyurethane anymore. Um. Okay, yeah, that was making obsidian. Oh, here we go. Here's some liquid polyurethane. Okay, so we go like this. And what does this actually need? It's medium voltage, so we could do it in this one right here, which also has liquid redstone in it, which we'll go ahead and go 1, 2, 3. Take a bunch of it out so we don't waste all of it. There we go. Come on, game. I want that. I want it. Give it back to me. There we go. Thank you. Then we'll run back around so we can put it back facing the right direction. Boom. There we go. So then we can take our thing here like that. Then we can press B and we can type sheet. Then polyurethane sheets. We can take some of those out, and then we could hit B or Shift B. I thought we had some aluminum ones. We might not anymore. I thought we did. We do. Why did it not show up when I typed in sheet? Oh, because it's foil. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Well, we could do that and throw those in there. Like that. We get some capacitors real quick because we need those for our medium voltage thing. There we go. Now I can run down here and put them in here. Boom. There we go. Because again, we can't really do the I think it's in here. These capacitors here require liquid polyurethane. I mean, they still only make 8, but it's in a high voltage, but it's a little bit less overall. But if we wanted to make like the most amount of it, we would need the thin silicone rubber and the tantalum, which is a little bit more. Or really, the one that makes the most is this one, which would need the thin polyvinyl chloride sheets and the tantalum foil, which we don't have yet. But anyways, we can take those out, we can take these out, we can throw those in. To make the high voltage ones now, we need the other chips and the red. Right? We still need... Well, we don't need the transistors or the chips. We need the red and the RAM. Red, where did I put them? They're right there. And then, of course, we're still going to need some more capacitors for it. I think that's everything, right? Wait. High voltage does not need this, but does need that still. Okay. Okay, I couldn't remember if it needed those for sure or not. We'll come down here and grab our capacitors. Head back over there, and hopefully that was all we needed now, right? That, go boom, there we go. Nice. Of course, we're going to need some more of that red wire to make more later, but yeah, I'm not sure if I even have any. So if I type in wire, we actually have some right there. We can just go ahead and toss that in there, so it'll go ahead and make a second pair of them. There we go. Now we can click B and click on the distillery to make our second distillery. Bring it over, put it right there. Why is that not putting water in it? Okay, well, it gets water in it if I put it right there, but I don't have enough cable to go right there unless I move all of this. We're going to have to do find. There we go. We'll go like that. We'll hit B because then we'll actually, we'll hit B. Go ahead and put the liquid redstone in the molten mixture there. Type in wire to get our wire cutters. But we can disable that one. Then go up, over, and over, and then connect that. So that's got power. And then if we press U on this and go to the distillery again, chemical reactor just does other stuff, right? Distillery, we want to put it on. So it's going to be 2 seconds to make it. So if we put that on there, if we do this, 0.2 seconds, I still think it's faster to do that one. So if we said, actually, honestly, I don't remember what it was. Yeah, so let's go like this, press U on that again, go like that, click on this, we need to put it on 1. So go ahead, go like that, that'll put it on 1. You can then take this, put it right there, which apparently we can't put it right there, it doesn't go in the side, so we'll go ahead and break it. We are going to go ahead and go like, no wait, that goes like that for up. We need one here, here. And if we put that like that, I should be able to go like this. And I'll take the distilled water out of here, put it inside of these. It says it's empty because I believe it is filling up these things. So like that's now got a lot more distilled water in it, and this one here also Now it has more distilled water, and as you can see, it's climbing up now. Okay, perfect, perfect. So that's that for that. Um, I do think I want to go back in here and press B, type in carbon again, so we get the rest of this carbon dust and sulfur. Run it back over here and go boom, and just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Throw that in there, so we can start getting some more whatchamacallit going, some more blaze powder stuff going. Because now we need to go in here, press this button here. We're going to go back to power real quick, and we're going to go to the Flux controller. I'm going to click on this, and we're going to click the Flux core, which needs obsidian. We'll come over here and grab some obsidian. Then we'll hit B. And then we'll go down here and we'll type in Flux. So we click on this. Then we need Eyes of Ender now, which we could apparently only get by crafting from a block of Ender. So we need a chemical bath of that, a forge hammer, or an implosion compress. So we're going to need a chemical bath. We're going to put liquid blaze in a thing. So we need an extractor of any type. And let's see, that's not going to put anything in there. Won't put it in there. So I go like this and throw that there. So now we just need an empty one, which I believe we have right here. We go like this, put it right there. Okay, so liquid blaze then temperature is 4,000. So it won't fit in there. So we'll go like that. We'll put that right there. Go to the configuration. And go like that. Figure out which one of those is for blaze. And we'll do that. There we go. So now we have some liquid blaze that we could then... What did we need to do with it? Click on here, chemical bath, a high voltage chemical bath. Darn. So we're going to need to make one of those too, aren't we? I don't think we have a chemical reactor, centrifuge, autoclave, chemical bath, actually. We do have one. Okay, perfect. So we do have some orange dye in there that we could get rid of. But by going like that, we could then go like that. I could go like this and put this into here. And then we can just go grab some ender pearls real quick because they're not too far away. Grab those, run them around over here, and throw them in there. And after a couple seconds, we will have Eyes of Ender. And we'll go ahead and get all 4 of them made that we can't. I guess it makes more than 4. I guess we get 6 per bucket. Okay, that's fine. We go like that. There we go. Which will then let us click on this, go like this, and make at least 4 of those for now. We need 4 per block actually, and we needed what, 5? No, where's the thing I want right here? Oh, this thing here. I need 5 blocks plus that, so we're going to need quite a few of these. So we'll go like that. We'll take this, throw that in there, and that in there. So we need 5 plus extra. So I guess I probably should throw this in there. So that's 2, 4, 5, and then 1 more. Then we can click on this, throw that in there, and this in here. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then click on this, which we should have. I don't know why it says we don't. There we go. Which gives us enables wireless charging of your Flux networks. I have no idea what exactly that entails, but you know, it's a thing. Okay, so for now, though, what we could do is we take this, just put it right there, and that I guess just gives us create a new network, create network, sure. There we go. And we'll put that onto that network right there. And then we could possibly do, actually, I could probably just go ahead. I was going to say, I might be able to just put this on top of there and have it go into there. Not sure. So we'll go like this then and click on this. Of course, in order to get this, we're going to need more of these, which we don't really have because we don't have the ability to make a huge amount of these. So for now, I think what we want to do is run over here. We'll take all of this blaze out of here. We'll take this canister thing that I got right here. We'll put it right there so that it can get filled back up with stuff. We'll throw that in there. And then we'll go like that. So that that starts just filling up with more and more liquid blaze so that we can do more and more eyes of ender. We're gonna need a lot of eyes of ender. Okay, let's go see how our lava is doing. How much lava do we have in here? 64. So that's enough to make another set of stuff. I can come over, bring that over, put that there. Go like that. Let's go ahead and eat. If I come over here to this right now, see that's still empty. Curious as to how everything over here is doing though with distilled water. So that's at 16. That's at 16. So I'm wondering if it's just working on filling up this tank down here then. If we jump down here. Is this, yeah, as you can see now it's just working on filling up this tank with 64 buckets of water there. Okay, perfect. That works out nicely for us. I'm going to go ahead real quick and break this like so. Kind of give us some other access to up there. Of course, there's a thing there I really don't want to break, so we'll go like this. And we'll just make our staircase right here. There we go. That'll give us another way into this area here. Perfect. Okay, then we go back up top and cover up the hole. Like so, and so, there we go. Now we should never have to break our way down there again. Okay, nice. Okay, I still want to upgrade this to make it go much, much faster. This one's already got a medium voltage, so it's going a bit faster. But I think one of the biggest things is I actually need a bunch of ruby. Which if I when I click on here, I think we need to change that to a different, I think it got changed to like 9 or something like that. So I'll click on here. Ruby geode is on nothing with distilled water and gravel to get that, or we put it on 1 to get diamond, emerald, and whatever. Okay, so we'll go in here and we'll go like this, and we'll put that on 1. Once that's finished making the quartzite and stuff, we'll start getting some more ruby geodes because we need a lot of chromium, and that's going to be, I think, the easiest way to do it. I'm not sure how we get the chromite dust. Again, if we press I, no, not I, B. Chromite, we go here. I press R on this, right? So we could craft it by doing that, or we could crush it down from refined. We could get it from any of these, which I don't know if we can get it from this. Essence burning or crushing. So I think it would just be the essence burning if we could figure out how to get that. But then again, that's also going to be a BPM or an IB, neither of which we are at. So then if we press R on this again, go in here. We could throw it in a, or get it from a centrifuge of metal mixture dust. That's the EV1, those sadly. So we don't get it from there. We get chromite and whatever from chromite sludge. Chromite sludge we get from rare ore residue in an electrolyzer. Rare ore residue in an electrolyzer. That's the one back here, right? Yeah, rare ore residue. So we'll grab a bunch of that. Oh, let's see, this electrolyzer is empty right now, so we'll go like that. We're gonna take this blue topaz out of there. And we'll do that, and that'll start moving that in there. Where it'll start doing that. Okay, perfect. And if we actually come down here then, what do we have in here? I don't even remember what all we have in this thing. So if I click on this, we do have a lot of sodium hydroxide. We do have some vanadium mag, whatever, sludge silicone. We do have more aluminum. There's the chromite sludge right here. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and throw that back in there. Go ahead, take that and that out. And then this here, if we press U on that again, it's in a medium voltage centrifuge to get chromite. Okay, so we could do that. We could do that to try to start working on getting a bunch more chromium to start making some more stainless steel. Let's hit B real quick and throw sodium hydroxide and the nether aggregate, the processors, the chips, some of this other stuff in here. I don't feel like dealing with it right now. There we go. Okay, then we can click here. Grab all of this stuff. Throw that up there. Okay, so that'll do that, and that'll start giving me a lot of this, which then we take this, throw it through an electrolyzer to get chromium and oxygen. I don't think there's any other way to really get chromium, because I don't think we can get, yeah, basically it's chromite dust and a chromite thing, crush it, crush it, crush it, blah, 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 full process. Yeah. Oh, wait, so the chromite dust again, though, if we press R on this, right? We click on this, and then we press R on the chromium. That's where it shows the chromium. It's all the way down here after like doing a whole bunch of stuff with that. But and if we go here, this is the other one where it shows all the ruby stuff. Okay. Okay, but we'll let that go with like that for now. We do have some. If I come over here and take this and this and this out, we do have some more stainless steel right there that I could bring around and throw in there to start turning into ingots again. We can put some of this stuff here and there, and then this here. If I press U on this, what was this for? What did I need this for? Auto cleave. Mix those. The mixer to make that or that. I don't know why I made this stuff then. Did I need these crystals for something? Or oh no, no, no. I think it was for to make these neodymium things later, and then also for these energy cells, I believe. So we have that for that. Neodymium, because again, I wanted to try and upgrade how much power we were making, right? So the neodymium, which if we press B real quick, we type in here NEO. We currently have 9 neodymium dust, right? So if we press U on that, to electric blast furnace, it is only a medium voltage one, but it uses helium gas or no gas. If it uses helium, it's a 2-minute thing. If it uses no gas, it's a 3-minute thing. Which is fine, honestly, because we could just set it up and let it run. But we need more of it, right? Neo, because actually, I'm just gonna type it down here. Neo, because we need enough to replace all of these. So that's what? Again, I'm trying to remember. There's 12, 12. So let's see, it's 12 times 4, which is 48, minus 6, right? So we need 42. So we would need 42 of the large neodymium magnet, which means we need 4. So we need 4 per those. So if we need 42, we need 42. But since we only make 4 at a time, we're going to need 44. Okay, then so the neodymium dust, we get that from neodymium ores, which we can't really get. So we would get them from basanite. We could get it from we get it from the moissanite and pure neodymium, magnetite, blah blah blah. Okay, so it's not that. Electromagnetic separator, that's just gonna be the thing where it undoes the stuff. Ore washer of the basanite. Which I think is what it is, the basanite stuff that we got it from last time. I don't remember for sure. Moissanite, moissanite. Bulk ore processing. It seems like we got it from something that was a little bit more uh I'll try a good way of getting it. I feel like there was like a thing that gave us different types of neodymium dusts and stuff like that. I thought it was like maybe what this was already doing. Wow, that's already finished. Okay. So let's go down here. If we click on this, we click on that, right? So we have the chromite sludge. We'll take all that out, right? We have that rare earth sludge. What does rare earth sludge turn into? It turns into rare earth and rare earth metallic residue dust. If we press that on that, we electrolyze that, we get the calcite and the silver. So it's not going to be that one. I mean, it could be from the rare earth, though. So we go here, rare earth. Yeah, so it's probably the rare earth where we get the small piles of neodymium from that. And we get that from a centrifuge as well. So we would probably actually want to take that back up there here soon too. But yeah, so I could actually just take that. Right, we can take that out. Ooh, we got some platinum dust in here. I don't remember when we did that, but we got some platinum dust in there. We come over, throw that in there, and then run this over to here. Or we throw that in there. We'll let that keep going. Okay, and then this, again, the rare metallic residue gives us calcite and silver. So we're not too worried about using that up right now. Okay. So for now, we got that. We do still need to make another lava form. That's going to be much better than what we have here. Let's see, do I have? I do. I go like that. Throw that in there. Start making some more of that. I think I might make a big lava farm using this method here, kind of thing, right? I don't know if that's going to be faster than. Again, if we go like this, we go in here. Let's just see what we have to make lava, right? The lava. Centrifuging nether air. If we were able to do that, but that's ultra high voltage, but that only gives us 100 buckets, so we can't do that. This one here is 10 seconds for both of those. Dimensional destabilizer, which require some stuff we don't have. Industrial barrel, magmatic. I think we were looking at that, because that's just you throw any cobblestone in it, 80 seconds gives you 10 buckets. And that's just on low voltage. We would end up making a high voltage one, which would be 20 seconds for 10 buckets. Right, that's what we were looking at. Yeah, I think that's what the big thing we were looking at for was. Okay, so we got that. Let's run over here then. Go like that. We can take those out. Yeah, this is still gonna take a while, right? That's 20 seconds left. So if we hit B, we go over top of this and we click on this, right? We need 2 pumps. Oh, we don't even need to go over top of it, right? We're gonna need 2 pumps and another machine hull. That's why we needed more stainless steel. Okay, so grab this out of here. We'll come over here. We'll grab that out of there. Run this all the way back over here. There's so much stuff to do for this. So much stuff. Okay, we can do that. That'll fill that up with 16 buckets of what you call it, distilled water situation now, though, has been solved, and this is all good. We are now getting quartzite, diamond, and emerald again from that. Or it's not diamond, quartzite, emerald. We're getting ruby, emerald, and whatever from that. Okay. Okay, so then chromite will go like this. Then we'll press again on this. We'll press U, which throws in an electrolyzer, right? Yeah, okay. So we throw this into the electrolyzer where it makes oxygen and whatever the other thing was. So we need, I don't know if I have a spare oxygen tank that's not full. I'm going to grab this and put it right there so it can fill up with oxygen. I'm going to grab this one here as well so it can fill up with oxygen as well. And we'll be good with that for now. I'm thinking I might make one of, see about making one of these super tanks from in here. Right? Again, these here, just because the only thing that sucks is they require so many of these low voltage circuits. I mean, granted, we could make them pretty easy, but the capacitors is going to be our biggest issue, right? Let's go ahead. Just go like this and go 1, 2, 3. We can make more. We can make more of the liquid polyurethane. We're just going to need a bunch of capacitors to do stuff with. Okay. We'll do that. We could then throw. Ooh, I don't remember what went in here. These went to the electrolyzer, right? Yeah, so these go to the electrolyzer. And in here, we were going to put the rare earth. We'll go like this, grab 2 stacks of rare earth, and go boom and boom. And then we'll take this and we'll put it in here. And just go like that. There we go. Perfect. Throw that in there then. Yeah, okay. So this will start giving us rare earth and the rare metallic residue, which that gives us again silver. Okay, so that's the same stuff we had, just yeah, okay. Okay. And that goes relatively quick, I think. We're looking here, that's going quick-ish. These are both filling up with oxygen and they're almost full, which sucks because yeah, we're gonna run out of room for oxygen, which kind of again sucks, but whatever, I guess. Let's see though. This here now has 9 buckets of stuff in it, so I can come up and put it right there. We need to get up there though. Well, we don't really need to get up there. I'm just gonna get up there to make it easier. So if we go like that, and we take that off of there, and then click on this one and go, that one could be extractable. And put that there. There we go. That'll start putting that in there. Start making eyes of Ender so that we can make more stuff with things. There we go. Yeah, nice. And we'll just get a bunch of those going. So I'll get that. We can throw that in there. Gives us 9. We can then click here. Throw this up in here. We're going to go ahead back down here. Type in Flux. Because we're going to need a flux point and a flux plug, right? So we're going to need at least one more of these. So we're going to need some of these. So we'll go like this and go 1, 2, 3. So that we can go like this and make one of these. And then we can click here to make a flux plug. And then we can click here to make a flux point. Okay, and then what we could do is, ooh, like that's draining power quick now. That drained a lot of power. But what we could do now is, okay, let's see which one of these again. This here provides energy to a base adjacent block. So this one here is the one that provides the energy. So if I take this, it would take it from that block there. Okay, so that's not what I want to do. Okay. Red is outbound, so we want to put this block here, right here, right? And then we could go like this and connect it to our network. And then if I wanted to, what I could do is I could bring it all the way over here, right? We go like this, and I'm going to try something. I'm going to end up breaking this, probably. Actually, I don't think I need to break it. Actually, I could break it, right? Just break this one. Of course, it's not really doing anything with that because this isn't using up power right now. So let's grab some more of this. Actually, I don't have any carbon dust, do I? Okay. Um, shoot, that kind of sucks. That kind of ruins my whole plan of everything. Okay, there we go. So that started sucking down power. That's out of power. So now if I go like this, we put this here, and we put that on that. As you can see, there we go. That now transferred all that power. That's full. There we go. So we now have wireless power. And of course, that wireless power right now is only doing one thing. Of course, that means we could also get rid of a whole bunch of these wires and stuff at some point. But I think for now, they'll stay the same until I get around to doing some more rearranging and cleaning and stuff. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking all of this section right here, all of the sieves and whatnot, and moving them downstairs since we don't really use them. But of course, something else I could do right now as well. If we go in here, we go like this and say chest, right? If I make this, which needs an ender pouch, which needs carbon fiber plates, which is in a compressor with carbon fiber mesh, which is in a compressor with raw carbon fibers, which is throwing carbon dust with liquid polyurethane or epoxy or whatever that is into a thing. So we're going to need more carbon dust regardless. So how do we get more carbon dust again? Carbon dust we can get in a distillery from that stuff. I don't think we really got any of that. We get an electrolyzer for methane. That we can get an electrolyzer with coke dust. I don't think we really have coke dust because we would need coal to make coke dust. Charcoal dust and an electrolyzer. That we can get because this we can just go like this and go like this and go charcoal dust and go, well, we need one of these. If I click on this, what do we have again? It has some good durability crafting uses. Steel, wrought iron, Damascus steel, cobalt brass. Can I make this one? I can. Okay, so we're going to go like that. And then what we could do is we could take this and this and figure out the actual pattern it's got to be again, like that. Give us this, which we could bring over to the electrolyzer and go boom. And let that start doing that. Okay, there we go. And with that, should be relatively good. Okay, so we go here, grab our rare earth, take this out, go like that, throw that back in there, which will start giving us some of these other things. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And then with that, we should now have that. We do have to go. Actually, do we need to actually go down? No, we don't, because I made that thing there. So we go like this, carbon dust. And what was I doing? Oh, with carbon dust, we needed to put it in an autoclave, right? With polyurethane or polyethylene, and at least a medium voltage or a high voltage thing. Well, we don't have that much polyurethane there, polyethylene there. We go here. I take that out of there. We go like that. There we go. Now we come over to the autoclave that we got, which has stuff in it already. It has the molten sheldonite stuff, which sadly is gonna go away here in a second. I'll lose it all, but whatever. Go like that. This, go like that. I should be able to come up here, click there, do that. Okay, there we go. So then I could go with liquid polyurethane, put that there, and carbon dust. Start getting these. We got 16 of them. That 16 of them then goes into a chemical reactor with some stuff to get that. It goes into a compressor. Get that. Okay, so we get that. Quest complete. Bring it over here. Throw it into here. And that is in the futuristic age, apparently. Carbon fibers. Boom. Nice. Perf. Carbon and plastic. Yep, there we go. But that's fine. Because then what we're going to do is we're going to take that, and we're going to need 4 of these. Throw them back in here. I'm going to go ahead and turn all of them into it, because I'm going to technically want 2 chests, right? And we need 2 pouches, so yeah. So we'll let that go for a second. What I'm thinking is I could start taking like some of this stuff here and putting it into the using the chest and start putting it into our bulk smelter to then get pulled out of our bulk smelter and get put into our system. Is what I'm thinking, right? So go like this. We can click here, click on this, go to here, click on this, go like that, throw that up there, and go 1, 2. Oh, apparently we can't hold 2, so they would go like that. Go like that, throw that up there, and get that. And then we need some more blaze rods, but it's fine. We could put this right here for right now. We need some more blaze rods, so BLA. Ooh, we don't have any more blaze powder, so we need more carbon. So if we go back in here and type in carbon, we can hover over that, click on that. We needed to electrolyze charcoal dust, so we'll click on that. And if I click that, I could go like this, hit B, click that, go like that. There we go. And then throw that in there. You start getting our carbon dust. This here can just run back over here for right now. Even though it's not going to do anything there, you can just go there for now. Okay. So we got our carbon dust that we could bring down here. Grab our sulfur dust. Put them both in here. We get our blaze powder. And then we need some enough blaze powder to make 4 stuff thing. Yeah, okay. And then we can click on chest again. There we go. Okay. I think that's all it was. I think it's just 2 per smash. It might have been 4. Yep, it was 4. Okay, so we're definitely gonna need at least twice that. Okay, so there's 5, 6, 2 more, 7, 1 more, 8. So there we go. So if we go here and click on that and throw that in there, do that. Then we can hit B and throw this stuff away because we don't need it. While that's doing that, we'll run back over to our centrifuge and throw rare earth in there. Take out these, hit B, click on this, go with our ender chest. Boom, there we go. Now I should be able to run over here like so. Put this right there. We will then press like this, and we'll type in item. We apparently only have one item pipe. Okay, that's fine. Put it right there. And then what we can do is we can take that, tell it to take that out of there, put it in there. Well, let's go ahead and go over here and grab out all of that. Then we can hit B and throw it into our computer system. Like so. And then we're actually going to run all the way back over here to our clean room so we can throw some stuff in this barrel right here. We'll throw that, and the high voltage ones don't go in there. They stay with us. We'll go throw that in there, though. B. So we can throw that in there and that in there. But we are now good to start making stuff, I think. Where are we at for neodymium? We are up to only 51. I don't think it's nearly enough for what we wanted to do. Okay, so though, let's go ahead and press this and go, what were we doing? I'm trying to remember what we were doing. Atomic age, nano chips, circuit assembler. No, we were going for the industrial barrel in a way. What else can the industrial barrel do? If I press this and I press U on that. Oh yeah, this was also a big, massive thing. That was going to need a lot of stuff, so never mind on that right now. Let's go ahead, take out all of these, and then press U, and then press U on this to click on this. Throw all of that in there and go like this, and that gave us 15 more. That's it. Okay, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Okay. We were doing some stuff with chromium, right? So if I go in here, I should have some chromium dust, right? There we go. So chromium, the manganese, we also need nickel and iron. So nickel and iron, like that. So we can bring that over to our centrifuge and get chromium, manganese, nickel, and iron put in there to start making more stainless steel. We should have a decent-ish amount. We have 34 in here. So we come over here, take it in here. I'm going to throw all of it but 5 in here for now. And try and figure out what we want to do. Let's see. If we click on this, the nether gas and stuff, which we would need for this stuff, is going to require a vacuum freezer. The vacuum freezer would also be nice for turning our hot ingots into stuff. The nuclear reactor, we need to get all the way to the laminated glass for it before we could even get to it. The advanced circuit assembler would let us make our next circuit. The high voltage kit would be nice. But yeah, I think we were also making these to make these nano suits. What else do we need for the nano suits? Oh yeah, carbon fiber. We're going to need a lot of carbon fiber, which means we're going to need a lot of polyurethane, right? Because we used up pretty much all we had, right? Yeah. Used more than half of it just to make those 8 sheets that we had. So let's look into this again. So polyurethane, how do we get liquid polyurethane again? It's going to be ethylene and oxygen, or ethylene and air. If we go to the large chemical reactor, we can get it using air, ethylene, and that. We can get it same way with that. more of this titanium tetrachloride stuff. If we had like massive amounts of that would be good. But yeah, I think yeah, but if we go in here, it's 8 seconds for that. If we go to here, it's 8 seconds. The only difference is our whatever would be EV, so it'd be 5 seconds. Right? Or no. It would be 1 second to do it. And we just need a lot more ethylene. Which I don't think we have. We have the polyurethane. We have the skystone. We have, oh, there's seven buckets of ethylene right here. So I could put that right there. So we would need ethylene and we would need oxygen, right? I should have oxygen right here. I should be able to go like that, put that there, go like that. Let's go ahead, throw this right there, right there. We'll disconnect that, and we'll disconnect that. And we'll take that out of there and that out of there. And that's going to start making liquid polyurethane right there, which we can then go get that polyurethane bucket or barrel, right? And bring it down. Put it right there. And I'm going to go ahead and click on this, lock that, so that would only get that. If I did that, we'll be good. There we go. So now we just need the, ooh, we're out of oxygen before ethylene. Okay. Was not expecting that. Nitrogen, because I think I have nitrogen in there, but I don't want to waste that much of it. So I'm going to take that there, put that there, go like this. Go like that. That'll start depleting and getting more in it. I could go like this real quick and take out a bucket of oxygen. Put it in here. Grab this and put it right there so that fills up with oxygen. I'm going to go grab the skystone bucket and put it off to the side. And then we'll come over here, grab a big barrel of oxygen. Come down here. Put it there. Go boom. There we go. That's just because how slow it's filling up that's taking that much time. So if I go in here and I click on like this, we click on like this, and we click on this, what are we missing for all of that? So we just need low voltage motor. So we go 1, 2. And then we find this and click on this and go boom. Like so. I should be able to click on this and make that. So now I am out of ethylene. Okay. That's filled up with oxygen. So ethylene. How do we make more of that stuff again? Let's go ahead and click here and click here. So that was going to be ethanol and sulfuric acid, or glycerol and carbon dioxide. I don't think we could do those yet, so we need the other one, the ethylene and whatever else. Okay, so yep. The hydrogen gas is there. Okay, so we have diluted sulfuric acid there. We have hydrochloric acid here. So if I take that and that out, we then go like this. I thought I was making something else. So let's see, fluorine and hydrogen. We need that out of there, I believe. So we'll just go ahead and go like that. Sucks losing that fluorine, but whatever. And go like that. Okay, so we needed ethanol and sulfuric acid. So we have sulfuric acid right here. So I could put that right there. And we could suck that into there. And then if I press U with this, and then we go to the And honestly, we could have done it in like this, right? As well. Oh well. I was gonna say, yeah, we could have just done it in that. Great. I mean, we still could. We would just lose a little bit of. We would just lose a little bit of stuff. So I mean, if I went like this and like this, right? It takes 6 buckets. Well, actually, maybe not. Ethanol and sulfuric acid. Do we have any ethanol? It's gonna be the big question. I don't think we do. That's water. Methane. That's empty. That's empty. That's nitrogen. Guystone. I think this here is where we were making our ethanol, though, right? Was this guy? Which, well, I don't remember how we made ethanol. Do we have it over here? No, we don't. So if we click on this, click on this, and click on this, I believe we were using this one, which was going to be the biomass in the distillery, which we have the distillery up there. The biomass we were getting with water and whatever we put in there, right? I think we were just using this stuff here, the biochef. But we could do almost any of this other stuff pretty easily, I think. It's just not going to be as much. That's 8 seconds for that. That was 6 seconds. Okay, so the biochaf, we get that from the plant balls, which we get by throwing stuff in a centrifuge or a compressor. Yeah. Or an extractor or best. So I think it's the compressor is going to be the big thing right there. So I think I might go ahead and go like this. We'll press, actually, we'll grab this thing here back out of here, right? We'll grab this back out of here. I'm gonna bring this over here. I'm gonna jump up here, jump up here. We'll break that. Put that back on there. And just connect that back up. That should be fine. Okay, now what I think we're gonna do is run all the way over here. We have the advanced compressor, right? That's a medium voltage compressor. If we grab it, bring it all the way over here, right? We could put it right there. We would then also need to go in here and type in MV. Doesn't look like we have any, so let's go ahead, erase that, and come over to this. And it looks like we'll need one of these, which means we need one of these. So we'll make a machine hall for medium voltage. And then dig. We'll go ahead and take this off of here, go like that to get 2 of those. And then we'll get 4 of those. Then we can hit B. Click on this to go like that. Put it right there. And then I could put this on top of there to get that power. And then type in gold. And I think just one gold wire should be enough. So if I go like that, and we click to put it there and connect it up, that now has power. We can then hit B and this button. You get some more of these to go like that. And that'll start filling that up with that. And then this can keep going again and start making more sugar cane. And this will start just giving us plant balls that we can then run over to our mercerator thing and break down. Yeah, there we go. And then we can take those and put them in the thing with the water to get the biomass, to get the the thing. There we go. Okay, so we'll take, actually, we'll go like this. It will take out all this impure silver. Put that in there. And then if we press U on the impure silver, that's got to either be turned into silver or go into a centrifuge to give us silver and lead. We could ore wash it to just get silver dust, which, you know, we get 1 for 1. I don't think there's. Well, actually, no, that might be better because we might need silver dust for something. So if we bring this over, can we wash it in the other one? There, the big ore washer. Does it have to be? I don't think we could do it in that one. I think it has to be in this one. Kind of sucks. Ooh, we can't do it with distilled water either. So yeah, it's gonna be a thing. We'll see if we could do it in this one. I'm pretty sure we can't though. If I go like this and we take this and throw it in here. Yeah, okay, so we can't do that. So we'll have to come back to that at some point, I think. For now, we'll go ahead and run back over here. Try to figure out what else it was we were doing. I remember we were doing this, right? So we go like that. This one is tin ore. So if I go like that, that'll start putting tin in here. And then if we come over here, that'll start putting tin into there. Nice. Okay, perfect. And that'll start giving us tin ingots. I mean, I don't think we really need a lot of tin ingots right now. So if we went like this, 10. As you can see, I mean, we don't have a lot, but yeah. That's so weird that it says we only have like 23 crushed tin when there's quite literally 5,300 right there. That might have been disconnected when I moved it, though. I don't think I ever went back in and reconnected it, which is fine. Um, so what was I doing? What was I doing? I can't remember. Chromite dust. That went in the electrolyzer, right? I thought you electrolyzer 7. Oh yeah, but it's out. It needs space for the oxygen. So we will go ahead, I think, grab a bucket of oxygen, even though I don't really want to waste it. And put it there. That way there, that'll start doing that. And then that one's full. That one's full. We can go like this and go boom. That'll empty it out. There we go. Okay. But yeah, we'll let the tin go for a little while. Then after the tin goes for a little while, we'll make a bunch more copper, because I don't know, I mean, copper we got a decent amount but not a huge amount, and then we could do the same thing with the iron, which we also don't have a huge amount of. I could technically do it with all of them by setting stuff up to do that, but for now I think we'll just do this the way we have it. Okay, yeah, we were making biochaff, right? Biochaff to make ethanol. Plant balls, boom. Bring these over here. Throw that in there. Get this. Then we can bring this over to here. So we get that. That gives us 5 millibuckets of the biomass, right? So we needed biomass. We're making uh, ethanol. So it's biomass. And yeah, there we go. So that goes that. That'll do that. Okay, perfect. So now we just need a container for it to go into. We have one. We got one right here. Let's go grab that. and put it right there. That'll give us ethanol that we then need to combine with our other stuff. Okay, so sulfuric acid, we don't need that no more. We can put that right there. That's got water. I don't remember why I was connecting water into there, but I was. We should have enough lava now, I think. Yeah, we got enough lava there. So I think what I'm going to do, though, is because we do have an empty one of these fluid cells sitting over here somewhere. Right? What I could do is I could go like this. We'll take that lava out of there, put it in there. We have an empty fluid cell here that holds 192 buckets, which is a lot more than 64. And we'll bring it over and we'll put it there. And then we'll make sure the backside of it is an input. There we go. Let that just start filling up with lava. Okay, because that's going to be a lot faster than like some of these other things that we have. Like these sky stones and whatnot like that. Okay, there we go. Potassium, I'm going to just bring this back over here. Do that. Okay, and that is now full with 32 buckets of distilled water. Yeah, okay. Polyethylene, we do have now 10 buckets of that, so I need to make a staircase real quick so we can get up there easier. So let's go ahead and hit this. Okay, and then bring that down there. And just make ourselves a staircase. That way that can go like this, grab this, bring it over, put it there. We wanted it in the auto cleave though, so we'll go like this actually. And we'll put it right there. And we'll go like this and get it put in there. Okay, then we need lots and lots of carbon dust. So let's run back over here to our electrolyzer, right? We'll take the chromite out, we'll press B. And then we will click this and we'll go 1, 2. Where we'll throw 2 things of charcoal dust in there real quick to get as much of that as we can. Okay. Stainless steel, let's go look at that now. We should have a full stack of that in here. Or almost a full stack that we can then bring around and throw in there. That should be using nitrogen, I believe. We still have plenty. Good. Hydrofluoric acid. I'm going to take that and just put that back there. So it's out of the way. Nitrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's good. We're going to take this thing of nitrogen that's full and put it over here. For now, we can still get back there. Yeah, okay. This other ore mixture stuff, we're going to bring these over. Put them back here, clean this up a bit. There we go. Okay. Boom. Okay, so that's cleaned up a bit there. That was the electrolyzer for this, right? So we have this beryllium ore, which can we do with that? We could throw it in a washer. We could throw it in a thermal centrifuge. It looks like we can throw it in an ore process if it was high voltage. Ours isn't high voltage. We could grind it. We can crush it. And then we could just make stuff out of it. Okay, so we'll just go ahead for now. Hit B. And throw it in. Actually, I think we want to crush it and turn it into, actually, yeah, I think that's actually what we want to do. So we'll go back in here. I don't even remember what it was called anymore. So go here, burr. Because I think, again, if we click on this and we go back to mystical agriculture, right? In order to get this essence, we need the beryllium dust and liquid glowstone. We also need the phosphorus dust, but yeah. Okay, so we want to turn this into beryllium dust, which looks like the way to do that is go. The fastest way to do that is going to be crush it and then centrifuge it. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead, open this up, take that, throw that in there, not that in there, this and this. Take that in there and let that start making that. We'll run this over here because we were doing more ethanol so that we can make more polyurethane. How's this thing doing? 21, 21, 21. We're still doing good there. Okay, okay. We have more of this stuff here, which is not enough to do anything with, I don't think. So I press R on this again. We go to this. This was from the rare earth, which we got from the rare earth sludge, which we got from the electrolyzer of rare ore residue. Okay. And that's not working anymore, so we should be able to put more rare ore residue in there. I mean, we only got 28 buckets, but that should help for now. So I'll put that there. Go like that. And we'll hit B, find the neodymium, press U on that, click on this, throw all of this stuff here into there. Because why not? There we go, that's 3. Then if we go like this and we type in neo, right now we got 27 out of the 44 we're going to need. So we're a little more than halfway there. We're, again, essentially upgrading our power even more. I am going to run over here as well, though. Look at this. This here has 4 plant balls in it, so we'll take that out. Let's eat to get our food back up. And think, okay, so we've now done a lot of those. So let's go ahead, disconnect that. We'll then go ahead and throw this one here up here and reconnect that because I'm pretty sure this is easily full with tin now. And yeah, so we'll go like that. We'll then hit B. Throw all that into here. Let's go throw that. Boom, like so. And then that's going to take a little while to get all that emptied out and everything. And yeah, okay. So there we go, like that. And this will put all of that in there. Nice, there we go. There we go. So that's doing that. That's doing that. Do we have, what do we have in the way of the phosphorus? Let's go. We have 6 of them right now, which if we go like this and we press R on those, we get those from gelatin mixture or phosphorus penoxide, whatever, or iridium gallium, which nope, none of that's gonna happen. Phosphate, magnesium phosphate, the apatite, and the calcium. I think the apatite is the thing. Yeah, the apatite, which is going to be gotten from apatite or pyrochlor, which I believe we do have a lot of that. And if we throw that into a thing, so if we go in here, we press B and we type in I, we do have washed pyrochlor ore, which if I go like this and we throw that into the apatite dust we get when we wash it, ore. There's also is there a way to get raw apatite ore? I wonder. Or we could get it from whatever that is. The tricalcium phosphate. But we get it from that impure. Yeah, so I don't think we can get it from this stuff. Okay, so yeah, no, we would only get it from this one. And I don't even know if we can get that with the distilled water in there. Do we get it with the distilled water? So if we said ore washer, yeah, okay, so we can. Okay. So we go over here and we go boom and I keep putting those oak logs and everything. There we go. We can do that. That'll start getting us some more possible apatite ore. What else can this be used for? We could turn that into that and calcium. We could grind it into that and calcium. And then we grind it basically into that. And then that, the pyrochlor dust, if we press U on that, that then goes into an electrolyzer to give us niobium and calcium. Or just little piles. Okay, so yeah, we'll get to that at some point, I'm sure. We'll find out. Okay, where are we at though with everything else? We got our wireless power to get that. We got the biochaff. Oh yeah, that was what we were doing. Let's get our ethanol that we have over here. Bring that over, put it there. We go like that, and that'll start making the ethylene, which we can put into there. Right. Maybe. Yeah, I should be able to put the ethylene into there, and we'll be good with that. Okay. Let's go ahead and clean this here up right now, too. We'll put that over here. Boom. So we got wireless power. We got ender chest for transferring of stuff, which is more of a thing right now to just help us smelt down a bunch of these things that we haven't really ever smelted down. And then of course if we do some more, which I think I can do, we got the carbon dust now. I can go like that and like that, take those out, run over here, and go boom boom. Here, take that out and go sulfur, sulfur, carbon, carbon. To get a bunch more of blaze powder going to make more things. Of course, we're gonna need to run all the way over here to our compressor now and go like this here and throw that in there and let that go. Now we got compressor going for that. Of course, right now we have this thing making dust, which it'll be quite a while before it's done with that. But that's fine. That's fine. So we'll do that. We got our apatite dust, which again we use to make our phosphorus dust, which again, if we could figure out a better way to get it, would be better. Centrifuge from a gelatin mixture. It's a high voltage one, so it requires a sterile clean room, which we don't have. We just have a regular clean room. Most of these probably needed phosphate to get to. Phosphate dust itself will give us phosphate is gotten from moissanite. which also gives us rare earth, which is good. A phosphate we could also get in a centrifuge. From purified apatite. Get an electrolyzer for moissanite. But yeah, so I think we're gonna need some moissanite dust as well. Which man, I really need to upgrade this. Really need to upgrade this. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll get that upgraded. But for now, we also need to get some moissanite, which we get moissanite if we go in here. I think we can get it right here. Yeah, monazite. We get that with sand, distilled water on one. Oh, we actually get apatite dust in that too. Okay, shoot. So if I went like this and we come back over here to this, or no, not that. We gotta go up here to this. We go like this and we say just put one on that. There we go. That'll start giving us the SAS, whatever that is, and stuff. I think we got enough of this to last a little while for fluorine in case we need it. So yeah, I think we're going good now. Of course, I think what I need to do as well, I need to make a whole bunch of these mace raiders. I think I need to just do that. Focus on making a bunch of those because we have so much stuff that needs to be crushed all the time, and only one thing I could do medium voltage, one thing I could do low voltage, or up to medium voltage, up to low voltage. So I think I need to focus on making something to do all of that. Uh, we definitely would be nice if I could get a better steam generator going or something like that, or maybe some other stuff. But for now, I think that's going to be about it for this. Of course, these wires are still in my way, but whatever. For now, thank you all for watching. Please enjoy your day, night, do whatever you're doing, wherever you're at. As always, for sure, friends who watch, we'll come back next time where I will probably get a bunch of stuff set up so we could do stuff and other things and figure out what else we can get done from there. Until then, peace out. See you later.